This is Mac OS Ken.
A financial site likes Apple's AI pace. A Facebook property comes to Apple's defense, and trouble at the downtown LA Apple Store. It is Thursday, the 12th of June, 2025. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken. Brought to you by yours truly and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/MacOSCan. On the heels of yesterday's Appleverse take on WWDC, that was the one with the line of Apple watchers pretty much turned on by Apple devoting this week's developer conference opening to developers. Yet on the heels of that comes a similar take from Yahoo Finance. Finance, you say? Interesting. Tech editor Daniel Howley said, Wall Street is keen on seeing Apple prove it has what it takes to compete in the AI race, and a show-stopping debut like its highly anticipated generative AI-powered Siri could have done just that. Instead, Apple said it is opening up its AI software to its army of developers and served up a number of smaller AI features that augment existing apps and platforms with new, helpful capabilities. The way he sees it, that slower, more focused approach to AI could prove to be its best weapon in the AI fight. The piece has IDC VP Francisco Geronimo saying, Apple's AI strategy, as showcased, leans more towards systemic integration and developer empowerment rather than delivering groundbreaking consumer-facing AI functionalities that have captured market attention. While this carries the risk of competitors moving faster, it also delineates a potential pathway for Apple to offer differentiated value, likely centered on its traditional pillars of privacy and seamless integration. This is a classic Apple modus operandi. The same piece has Morgan Stanley analyst Eric Woodring seeing the opening of Apple's LLMs to developers as comparable to Apple opening the App Store in 2008. Howley points out that kicked off a massive explosion in app development that upended everything from delivery and transportation services to e-commerce and social media. It also gave Apple a fresh revenue stream via commissions on in-app purchases. I gotta say, I dig that comparison. As IDC's Geronimo points out, this move to empower developers is strategically important as it allows Apple to leverage its vast developer community to infuse the ecosystem with AI capabilities and more specialized AI applications while driving innovation. While move fast and break things is one way to go, as kids we were all taught, slow and steady wins the race. What Apple's done is not revolutionary according to Yahoo Finance, though it does have a few benefits. First, it'll help keep Apple from falling further behind its competitors. Additionally, Apple's iterative improvements will add up, while work from developers will add more. All of that could make Apple Intelligence less of a singular product like ChatGPT or Google's Gemini, and more of a holistic feature of Apple's operating systems that fades into the background. And that, says Howley, could be just the approach the company needs to win out in the AI race. Part of Facebook wants to turn up as a friend of the court, this time in a way that is friendly to Apple. A piece from the BBC has Meta-owned WhatsApp hoping to offer evidence in a case between the Cupertino company and the UK Home Office, the part of the nation's government charged with security. This goes back to the case earlier this year that had the Home Office secretly demanding blanket access to encrypted user content uploaded to iCloud. A piece from Apple Insider helps jog the memory. The Home Office reportedly wanted Apple to build a backdoor into the encrypted information. The requested access would be unfettered, rather than accessing info of only UK accounts, which would be bad enough, the Home Office reportedly wanted to access any data stored in iCloud that it saw fit to request. Apple did not want that, so it pulled the encryption feature, Advanced Data Protection, from its UK services. The company also filed a lawsuit to stop the government's request from moving forward. Now, what's funny is we all know all of this without actually knowing it. While the story's been simmering since February, with occasional updates, neither the Home Office nor Apple have confirmed the order's existence because, being a security wing, the Home Office keeps secrets and it would be illegal for Apple to reveal them. That said, it is a poorly kept secret, having been reported far and wide and having been addressed by lawmakers in the US, among others. So whether they've officially heard about it or not, WhatsApp has heard about the case, and they would like to show up in Apple support. Back to the BBC, which has WhatsApp lead Will Cathcart saying the case could set a dangerous precedent by emboldening other nations to ask for the same backdoor access. According to the Beeb, WhatsApp has applied to submit evidence in the court, which is hearing Apple's bid to have the Home Office request overturned. Mr. Cathcart said, WhatsApp would challenge any law or government request that seeks to weaken the encryption of our services and will continue to stand up for people's right to a private conversation online. One Apple retail gem has lost a bit of its luster. The Unrest in downtown Los Angeles has seen the Apple Tower Theater location vandalized and looted. Apple Insider says miscreants made off with, or tried to make off with, iPhones, Apple Watches, Macs, and chargers. The store was also reportedly tagged with the words "No Ice" and other slogans. As usual, didn't go well for the would-be iPhone thieves. Video after the incident had phones that had been gathered by police making an ungodly noise. The video also showed officers taking the pile of noisy devices back into the Apple Store to have them silenced. They were also said to be displaying the message, "Please return to Apple Tower Theater. This device has been disabled and is being tracked. Local authorities will be alerted." Apple has not commented on the damage, according to Apple Insider. The report says part of the store's facade has been boarded up until windows can be replaced. And finally today, Dr. Joe over on Mastodon asked one time why I send people to YouTube for Apple TV Plus trailers rather than sending them to Apple. I honestly thought I had gotten back to him, but he raised the question again yesterday, so here's the answer. It's because that is where Apple sends people. When they put out a press release with a trailer in it, that trailer is almost always, if not always, an embedded YouTube video. In answering the good doctor yesterday, I said that if Apple still had a trailers app, I might send people there, though that would cut out the Mac and Android. Here's the thing, though. Everybody can always get to YouTube, assuming they have an internet connection. I assume that's why YouTube is the destination Apple's PR people choose. And if that's where Apple itself is sending interested parties, why would I make it harder for listeners by suggesting they figure out where Apple has hidden trailers in their own services? So today, I'm going to send you someplace besides YouTube for a trailer. 9 to 5 Mac says Apple has released a special trailer for its upcoming would-be blockbuster F1. What makes it special? Haptic feedback. As you watch, the site says, your phone vibrates in sync with the video. For F1, that means you can feel the roar of the car's engine in your hands as Brad Pitt races it around the track. So step 1, you have to be watching on iPhone, and step 2, you have to watch in the Apple TV app. What's cool is, it's easy to find. 9to5Mac says there should be a featured banner for the haptic trailer. If not, search for F1 The Movie in the app, and there is a banner for the haptic trailer in the details. Now, if you don't care about the movie, it is still an interesting technical display. Quoting the report again, the trailer demonstrates the precision and fidelity of the Haptic engine inside modern iPhones. The intensity and feelings perfectly match what you're watching on the screen. When the engine revs, you can feel the ramp up physically in your hands. At one point, the Brad Pitt character is bouncing a ball on his ping pong racket, and each bounce is punctuated by a haptic effect. Gimmicky? Sure. But it's the kind of gimmick only Apple could do. F1 roars into theaters on Wednesday, the 25th of June internationally, and Friday, the 27th of June here in the States. macOS Ken, brought to you by me, and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can find me on Mastodon, macOSKen at mastodon.social. You can also send me an email, info@macoSken.com. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.